Welcome to Standard Voice News Channel. I am Samira Ibrahim. Here are your top stories for today. Troops arrest 11 illegal miners and eliminate scores of bandits. Government invaded Ahmadu Bello University, ABU Zaria, and kidnapped a lecturer. House of Representatives Aviation Committee seeks 50 billion naira bailout for airlines. On business, firms urges businesses on digital marketing. And on the international scene, Trump finally allows power transition to Biden. Now the news in details. The defense headquarters says troops of Operation Accord have arrested 11 illegal miners and eliminated scores of bandits on November 21st in parts of Zamfara and Katsina states. The coordinator, Defense Media Operations, Major General John Eniche, in a statement on Monday, said the troops continue to record successes in the fight against banditry and other criminal activities in the zone. General Eniche said the troops apprehended the illegal miners following credible intelligence on their activities at Kadauri in Maru local government area of Zamfara state. For more details on the story, Rahma Ibrahim Dusara reports.
He disclosed that the suspect had been handed over to the appropriate prosecuting authority for further action. The coordinator said the troops also eliminated 2 bandits and recovered 2 AK-47 rifles while on covert operation at Galadi village in Shinkafi local government area of Zamfara state on November 21st. According to him, troops also neutralized several bandits and rescued 3 kidnapped victims during a clearance operation at Sabon Tunga and Tamuski villages. The gallant troops, supported by Nigerian Air Force helicopter gunships, bombarded bandits enclaves at Dus and Imai in Zamfara state. He said on same day, troops were on routine patrol at Gobirawa village, killed 6 bandits while 4 AK-47 rifles, 3 Dane guns and 2 motorcycles were recovered. General Enenche further disclosed that troops arrested a wanted bandits informant known as Shafi Usleman, who masterminded the recent kidnapping of some people within Kwatarkwashi district of Punkudu local government area of Zamfara state. That has been the report. Rahma Ibrahim Dosa reporting for SVTV News.
Suspected gunmen on Monday morning stormed the family house of Minister of Agriculture Alhaji Sabona Nunu and whisked away his brother named Babao Tufai. Personal assistant to the minister Umar Wali, who confirmed the adoption to newsmen, said the gunmen attacked the house around 1 a.m. in Gabasawa local government area of Kano state. Malam Wali said before adopting Babao Tufai, a young boy in the house was also beaten and sustained a fracture in the course of the attack. He said they are yet to communicate with the abductors. It could be recalled that earlier on Monday around 2 a.m., gunmen attacked Tumpapi village, Garko local government area, beheaded a man and murdered his son. The duo were buried around 9 a.m. on Monday. The spokesperson of the Kano State Police Command, DSP Abdullahi Haruna, when contacted, could not be reached as his phone was switched off. House of Representatives Speaker Femi Bajabiamila has said the lingering insecurity in the country is as a result of malfunctioning local government administration. The Speaker spoke in Abuja at the opening of a leadership master class training for councillors in Etnam Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom State, organized by the federal lawmaker representing the constituency, Onofiko Lukwe PDP, Akwa Ibom. Represented by his deputy Idris Wase, the speaker thanked the organizers of the event for their foresight in organizing the training. He recommended the organizers for coming up with the training idea and called on other National Assembly members to do the same. Government invaded Ahmadu Bello University, ABU Zaria, and kidnapped a lecturer. According to news reports, this is coming a day after kidnappers released 9 abducted students of the French department of the institution. A statement by Awolu Umar, the institution's Director of Public Affairs, said the incident took place at Sardona Crescent on the main campus. The university spokesperson said the lecturer was initially kidnapped along with his wife and a daughter. The statement said the wife and the daughter were released when security agents chased the kidnappers into the bush. For more details on this story, Beauty Abdul Malik reports.
It said at about 12:50 a.m. on Monday, 23rd November 2020, kidnappers invaded the house of a staff member of the university on Sardauna Crescent, Area BZ main campus, Samaru Zaria. They went away with him along with his wife and daughter. The University Security Division quickly informed the operative of the Police Intelligence Response Team that advanced to the scene following the distress call. There was an exchange of fire between the kidnappers and the mobile police operative. When it was clear that they would be overpowered, the kidnappers ran into the bush along with the victims. As the police went after them up to Kasuada village, bordering the university, the kidnappers then released the wife and the daughter and went away with the husband. Some empty shells were recovered from the scene. The Inspector General of Police and other security agencies, as well as all relevant government establishments, have been duly informed of the unfortunate incident. Beauty Abdul Malik reporting for SVTV.
For repeatedly failing to produce former chairman of the defunct Pension Reform Tax Team, PRTT, Abdul Rashid Maina, for trial, the Federal High Court Abuja on Monday ordered that Senator Ali Ndumi be remanded in Kuje Correctional Center. Senator Ndumi stood as a surety for Maina, who has refused to appear for trial and in the eyes of the court has jumped bail. Mr. Justice Okong Abang gave the order when the lawmaker representing Borno South Senatorial District failed to file a formal application to show cause why he could not forfeit the bail fund of 500 million naira deposited on May 5, 2020 as surety for runaway minor. For more details on this story, over now to our correspondent Shehu Magaji.
In his bench ruling, the trial judge ordered that Senator Ndume be remanded in prison, pending when he is able to fulfill the bail bond or produce minor in the court for continuation of the criminal case. The EFCC's lawyer Muhammad Abubakar had on November 18, 2020, urged the court to make an order for the Borno lawmaker to forfeit the bail bond, since minor who he stood as surety for had jumped bail. Abubakar had also requested the court to revoke minor's bail and issue a warrant of arrest on him. Though the court granted the applications by the EFCC on minor, it gave Ndume an opportunity to appear with his legal representation and adjourn until December 23, 2020. The ex-pension task force boss recently issued a press statement claiming to be receiving treatment in an undisclosed clinic due to his ill health. That has been the report. Shehu Magaji reporting for SBTV News.
Zonal chapters of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, have said they will meet this week to review the union's ongoing strike. The national body of the union and the federal government could not agree on the university's teachers' demands, apart from the 65 billion naira the government released to the union last week. For more details on this story, Fauzia Ibrahim reports.
ASU chairman at the Abia State University, APSU, Mr. Victor Yu Ekendirim, announced yesterday that the union will meet Tuesday to discuss and pass a resolution on the lingering phase-off between the government and the union's member. The chairman, who said he was in Calabar, the Cross River State capital, for a zonal meeting of the union, told the nation on phone that the union's member in the zone would examine a memorandum for the national body and later take a position on it. The union leader said the members would report back to the national leadership on the zone's position. The ASU national body asked various chapters nationwide to hold Congress between Monday and Wednesday to deliberate the resolution on the items being discussed. The leadership explained that they have no resolution for now until the Congress meets by 7 a.m. on Wednesday. Fauzia Ibrahim reporting for SVTV.
The Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, on Monday said that 138 members of the National Youth Service School, NYSC, has so far tested positive to the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. Dr. Chukwe Ehekwezu, Director General, NCDC, said this at the national briefing on COVID-19 on Monday in Abuja. The Director General said that none of those who tested positive was allowed into the camps. According to him, 34,785 core members and members of the camp communities have been tested with 138 turning positive, representing 0.4% prevalence. The NCDC boss said that those who tested positive were either managed at home or in a treatment center, depending on if they had symptoms and what state they were in. KEBBE State Governor Senator Atiku Abubakar Bagudu has said that government and people of the state were embracing the distributed renewables for energy access, DREA. This is just as the governor disclosed that the technology had impacted positively on no fewer than 150 million people around the world since 2009. Governor Atiku Bagudu disclosed this at the 38th National Solar Energy Forum 2020, holding in Sokoto with a theme, Solar Energy in Post-COVID-19 Economy. For more details on the story, Musa Joy reports.
The governor, who was the guest speaker, added the DREA system are present in both urban and rural areas and the developing world, adding that they provide a wide range of services, including lighting appliances, cooking, space heating and cooling, biomass, cooking stoves, biogas and solar cookers, electric stoves, and many productive uses. Governor Bagudu also stated that the state government and the Nigerian National Petroleum Company has signed a memorandum of understanding to cultivate 20,000 hectares of cassava and sugarcane for biofuel production. According to the KEBBE State Governor, the ethanol project was jointly financed by the state government and NNPC to the tune of 1 billion naira. He added that the state government has assigned 5,000 hectares of land for the project, out of which 2,675 hectares have been cultivated and fully established purpose of generating seedlings and raw materials for a test run of machinery. The governor averred that energy is an important index of socio-economic development of modern society as it powers heating, cooling, lighting, transportation, communication, health, and agriculture, among others. Musa Joy Unyola, Svtv News.
Kano State Deputy Governor Dr. Nasir Yusuf Gawana, Attorney General of the Federation Abubakar Malami San, and Director General National Information Technology Development Agency Malan Kashifu Inuwa are among prominent Nigerians to be honored by the Kano Correspondent Chapel of the NUJ for their contribution to the national development and confidence in the Nigerian media. A statement signed by the chapel secretary, Mustafa Hodi Adamu, indicates that the grand event is scheduled for November 28th at Bristol Palace Hotel, Farm Center, Kano. For more details on the story, Somaya Dusara reports.
The statement said also to be honored at the occasion are Kano State Police Commissioner Habu Sani and the State Commissioner of Information Malam Muhammad Garba, Chairman of Kano State Public Complaint and Anti-Corruption Commission Barrister Muhiyi Magaji Rimingado and Kabiru Al-Hassan Rurum, former Speaker Kano House of Assembly and serving members representing Reno, Bunkuri and Kibia Federal Constituency, and Alhaji Muhammad Abbakar Mefata, Chairman of Umza Rice Limited, will also be honored. The statement noted that the award recipients are men of proven integrity who have excelled in their various fields of endeavors. According to the statement, after a painstaking deliberation by the leadership of the chapel and the award screening committee, we decided to honor those distinguished and important personalities for their contribution to national development, commitment in their various fields of endeavors, upliftment of the welfare of the common man, and their disposition to the development of the Nigerian media. Sumaya Dosara reporting for SVTV News.
The federal government of Nigeria on Monday petitioned the cable news network CNN, demanding an immediate and exhaustive investigation into its report on the Lekki Toll Gate incident. The petition threatened to take legal action and urged the network to determine its authenticity and conformity to basic standard of journalism. In the petition addressed to Mr. Jonathan Hawkins, BP Communications CNN Center, Atlanta, Georgia, US, the government said if the International Media Organization fails to carry out its demand, it will take any action within its laws to prevent CNN from aggravating the answers crisis. The petition, dated November 23rd and personally signed by the Minister of Information and Culture Alhaji Lai Mohammed, was made available to News Agency of Nigeria in Abuja. The House of Representatives Committee on Aviation says airlines in Nigeria required 50 billion naira bailout to prevent the industry from total collapse in the aftermath of COVID-19 pandemic. The chairman of the committee, Rep. Noli Naji PDP Enugu, made this known while addressing newsmen at the National Assembly complex on Monday. The rep said that adequate mechanisms must be put in place to support the industry, which he described as the bedrock of the economy. For more details on the story, Hawa Mohammed reports.
Mr. Neji said that countries such as the US, Canada, Brazil, Rwanda, Senegal, India, China, Korea, United Kingdom, among others, had given bailouts in billions of dollars to their airlines to cushion the impact of coronavirus. The federal government's 4 billion naira bailout to the airlines and some palliatives to the agencies not yet released is too small. The airline need at least 50 billion naira bailout fund to cushion the coronavirus effect. The chairman of the committee said that the just concluded public hearing on the bills for the review of the Civil Aviation Act revealed impending crisis in the industry that required urgent attention. According to him, the hearing is an ample opportunity for indigenous airline operators to voice out their problem, which shall not be treated with levity. The lawmakers stressed that the industry was in their need of urgent intervention to save it from imminent collapse. He said that the operators complained that they were running at a loss and ruled out factors responsible for the situation. Hawa Muhammad reporting for SVTV News.
On business, let me quickly take you to our business desk with Musa Joy.
Welcome to Business Desk. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues to restrict many people indoors, Duchess ADX Limited has advised business owners to go digital in increasing their customer base. Duchess ADX is a technology company that helps businesses acquire and retain customers. Its founder Chibuke Good News during a virtual conference with Litu, acquiring and retaining customers in the new normal said COVID-19 pandemic has brought people 5 years into what they would have been into in the future. He said a lot of businesses have been stressed on how they acquire and retain customers as a result of the pandemic and other economic factors. He said before now, customers probably have to do an outdoor event where customers physically assemble, but this has become difficult as everybody has gone indoors. He noted that despite development, some are still connected somehow to the internet, and so the country and indeed the world is physically world apart, but digitally seconds away. He said products have also become dynamic in terms of customer acquisition, adding that products that are digitally inclined have seen growth. He urged business owners to put their product forward to customers through digital marketing. And that's all on Standard Voice Business Update. I am Musa Joy Onyoza.
And on the international scene, after 2 weeks of grandstanding, US President Donald Trump has finally accepted to allow a transition of power to his potential successor, Joe Biden. In a Monday evening tweet, Trump said he had recommended that the General Services Administration, GSA, do what needs to be done in that regard. The president's tweet came amid reports by local media that the GSA has determined Biden to be the winner of the November 3rd presidential election. GSA Administrator Emily Murphy sent Biden a letter earlier on Monday to inform him that his transition could now begin. ABC News quoted an unnamed official of the Biden transition team as confirming that the former vice president has received the letter. With this, the president-elect transition team can now access government resources, including funds for a smooth transition of power. The GSA is a federal agency responsible for enabling the transition of power from one administration to another, and it controls the funds for the process. By law, the head of the agency must first ascertain the winner of the presidential election before setting the transition ball rolling. But with Trump's refusal to concede, the GSA administrator, who was appointed by the president in 2017, had held back from starting the process. Murphy had come under fire from Democrats and other critics who accused her of allowing political influence to interfere in the agency's independence. Depending her decision in the letter to Biden, the GSA head denied being influenced by the White House or official of the executive branch of the government. She explained that she dedicated much of her adult life to public service and have also strived to do what is right. That has been the news from Standard Voice Television. To end the news, a quick look at the major headlines. Troops arrest 11 illegal miners and eliminate scores of bandits. Government invaded Ahmadu Bello University, ABU Zaria, and kidnapped a lecturer. House of Representatives Aviation Committee seeks 50 billion naira bailout for airlines. On business, firms urges businesses on digital marketing. And on the international scene, Trump finally allows power transition to Biden. That's the news. On behalf of the production crew, Head of News and Current Affairs Department, Ibrahim Garbatunam, I am Samira Ibrahim, wishing you a pleasant day. Keep watching Standard Voice Television News. Goodbye.